Now that the Overwatch League is over, I wanted to do dream teams for all the franchises. Today, I'm doing the Washington Justice, and before we start, let's go through some rules. First, the players have to have played for this franchise. The players will be taken at their peak, and I'm picking 7 players. I chose 7 as my number because it's same size as World Cup team and just a starting lineup would be kinda boring. So with no further ado, let's begin. So the Justice haven't actually achieved that much in the Overwatch League. They haven't really won anything, but they actually have had some interesting talent over the years. The best place to start is tank. And at tank, the choice is pretty clear. We just have to pick Mag and Fury. Because Justice don't really have capable players solo tank. So we have to pick 2. And Mag and Fury can pretty much cover anything. Mag just had a great season with the Infernal. He can cover the main tanks, meaning, Rhine, Orisa, Ball, Winston, and also Doomfist. But he can't really play the off tanks, and that's why we have Fury. He didn't look that good in Overwatch 2, but at his peak, he is one of the best off tanks of all the time. So, he will do fine. These two cover pretty much everything, and they are both great players. And, they are pretty much the only options because why would you pick someone like Giannu or Mirror over Fury, or like Roar or Ben West over Mag? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, but with tank out of the way, let's go over to the DPS. So, with DPS, I see a couple of great picks. There is Decay, Alpha Yi, Happy, there's even Flora, Tuba, Stitch, and a lot of others. DPS is definitely going to be the strong point of this team. I'm definitely picking Decay. He's just the most flexible option. He can play both hit scan and flex DPS, so we have to lock him into this dream team. But the thing is, I don't know who else to pick. Alfie or Happy. We could choose both of them, obviously, but then there would be only 2 supports. If I pick Happy, the DPS line can play hit scan Tracer, Tracer flex, and double hit scan, but it might not be able to be the best at everything like projectile hero. If I pick Alpha Yi, the DPS line can play double hit scan, but there would really be no coverage issues, I think. I'm leaving this question for a bit later because it's a difficult one. Now let's move on to the supports. Support is definitely the weakest position by far with this franchise. It's not particularly close. Let's start with the main supports. If your options are Arc, Opener, Closer, and Donghun, well, let's say you're not looking that good. They also did have FD God, who I will be picking. I almost forgot about him, but he just had the highest peak out of these players. Won a Role Star in 2020 and had a decent hero pool back then. None of the others even come close to the level Prime FD God was playing. Arc was decent, but way too passive. Closer isn't flexible enough. We haven't seen Donghun play that much. And Peak Opener is serviceable at the Overwatch League level, but FD God is just better. So it's a pretty easy choice. Flex support has even less good options. Tell me, if you're building a dream team, do any of these names come to mind? Bebe, Guido, Aim God, Krillin, Teru, Vigilante. Would you pick any of these? I'm personally between Krillin and Vigilante. Vigilante was really hyped up when he came into the league. He played with Chorong in contenders, and he just had a lot of hype, but he hasn't played that much in these last 2 years. Like only a couple of maps, so we don't know what he's capable of. And Krillin is just okay. The other ones, well, I'm not even considering them. Now the big question is, does this team benefit more from having 3 DPS players or 3 support players? I think support is the answer, because with 2 DPS players, they can still cover everything. But with 2 supports, there's issues with double flex, and if the flex support is not good, there is no other option. So yeah, if you have 2 flex supports, you can just swap between them if the other one plays poorly. So my Washington Justice Dream team of 7 players is Happy Decay at DPS, Mag Fury at tank, and FD God Vigilant and Krillin at support. I chose Happy over Alpha Yi just because, he's an insane hit scan player and Decay can play most relevant flex DPS heroes. But let me know what you think about this team in the comments. See you in the next one. Bye.